Good morning, CMAC. Good morning, yogis. Who's out there with me this Sunday morning? I was just thinking, I can't believe it's already been a week. That week flew by for me. Crazy. How sometimes they fly and sometimes they're slow. Hey, buddy. Got the beast over here. All right. We're going to start in a second. Good morning, Lolita, Shema. Yes. So good, ladies. Welcome, welcome. Lie down, buddy. Just settle in. Dogs going in circles before they'll lie down. Okay, let's just start. Yeah, I think that some people might trickle in. So we will start in child's pose, please, on your mat. All right. Make sure you guys can see me here. That should be good. So good morning, yogis. It's Mike. I've been doing this Sunday morning live stream every Sunday since we started doing the quarantine, the isolation. So I'm going to be here every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. to flow with you guys, get my own practice in with you. And if you're watching this after Sunday morning, welcome. Yeah, please subscribe to the channel. And I'm just happy to keep us all connected and moving our bodies and flowing together. Really the next best thing to being in the studio is just like bringing this practice online. Yeah. So child's pose, please. Take your knees nice and wide. Sit back onto your heels. Settle back into the pose. Just taking these first few moments to let yourself land on your yoga mat. Yeah. Big breath in. Big breath out. Your Ujjayi breath, starting to wake that up. Right away, long, fluid breaths in and out through the nose. Using your breath as a tool, as an access point to your physical body to get present. Intentional breathing. Fill your lungs up. Empty them out. Onto your hands and knees, tabletop. So go through a couple cat cows this morning, waking up the spine. Yeah, breathe in, look up to the ceiling, cow, and then exhale to cat. Press the floor, really round the back. Pull your chin towards your chest. Two more like that. Cow pose, look up, let your belly drop. And then cat, press the floor, really round, pull the pit of your belly in. One more. Cow. Cat. Neutral spine, tabletop position, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Spread your fingers and your toes. Starting to get more aware of your foundation now. So really intentional with your hands and feet. Feel them. Spread them out. You get rooted here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften the elbows. Soften the knees, right? Never rigid in your joints. Really allowing your body to be fluid. Just letting it flow. Feet together at the back of your mat. Lift your right foot up. Bend your knee and stack your hips. Really spread your fingers. Press the floor. Exhale. One more. Big lift. Open. And then release. Switch sides. Left foot up. Three-legged dog. Take the left hip up over the right. Gaze underneath your left armpit. Really feel opening through the hips. Wiggle out that top foot. Breathe in. And release. Ragdoll at the top of your mat. So walk forward. Feet are hip distance apart and then grab opposite elbows or biceps. Just let the upper body go. Really allow for that. Let go of the weight of your head. Let go of the weight of your arms. Just really working to find that balanced action on your yoga mat. You're here with me live right now, like Sunday morning, you just got out of bed, maybe had a coffee, just having some compassion for yourself here, like acknowledge yourself for being on your mat. Still bringing that drive, right? Like that desire to challenge yourself, to make the most of your yoga practice, and like knowing that sometimes that means resting, right? Sometimes that means balancing what's happening. Work at the edge of your limits, right? Challenge yourself. Sometimes that might mean resting more than you think you need to. Sometimes. Take a breath in. Release your fingertips down to the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Up to a flat back. And fold. Extended mountain, reach to the ceiling. Press your feet. Hands to your heart center. We'll start with one Om together. Take a big breath in. Gaze up to your fingers, reach your fingertips up, and then fold forward. Hug into your legs. Halfway lift, long spine, shoulders back. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Lift your thighs up off the mat. Downward facing dog, take your hips back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Move down your hands and your feet. So really allowing your body to land here, like feel it out. These first few sun salutations, letting your body wake up, heat up, really being present to that. Really being present to this moment where you are on your mat. Lift up onto your toes, bend your knees, pause here. Hopper step between your hands. Flat back, lengthen your spine. Fold. Extended mountain, reach up, press the feet down. Fold forward, hug into your legs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Step back, lower down. Upward facing dog, lift up. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Spread your fingers and your toes. Press down into your hands and your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Ground down. Lift. Bend. Hug in. Pause. Upper step to the top of your mat. Flat back. Fold forward. Extended mountain, go up, maybe start to go back, fold forward, hug into your legs, halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low, with your breath, lower down. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, full breath out. A couple more here, inhale, and exhale. Breathe. Ground. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step between your hands. Flat back, lengthen the spine. Fold. One more. Extended mountain, go up, go back. Fold. Hug into your legs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Vinyasa, move with your breath. Upward facing dog. Lift your thighs off your mat. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. I'm going to close the curtain. I was trying to get some light in here, but I feel like it's pitch black. It's messing up the camera, so that's okay. I feel like this is going to be way better. Okay. Breathe. A couple more breaths in your down dog. Wiggle out your knees. Wiggle out your shoulders. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step between your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink down into it. Put some more weight into your heels. Let your hips descend down even deeper. Yeah, and breathe here. Lift your chest. Scoop down your tailbone. 5 breaths. I did Utkatasana mini workshop on Friday, so if you didn't check that out yet, do it. Yeah, it's really giving you tips to build like strength in the foundation of this pose, to build heat, to find space. Take a big, big breath in. Fold forward, hug chest to thighs. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, lift up. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1. Ground into your feet. Reach up your fingertips, yeah. Check the hips here. You want this right hip bone, you want to draw it back. Square your hips to the front of your mat, and then descend into your front knee from there, yeah. Belly strong, stable. Breathe in. Go even deeper. Find that space in the upper body. Space to lunge deeper in the front knee. One more breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant your hands. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Warrior 1. Feet. Square the hips. And descend down into your front knee. What's going on, buddy? What did you bed? Nice. Such a good boy. Take a few more breaths. Descend down. Find that length, that reach in the upper body. A couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Go up and go back. Reach. And then Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Mr. B. Hey. Good boy. Breathe in. Breathe out. A couple more here. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees. Upper step between your hands. Halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Fold forward. Moving with breath now. Chair. Just the one breath. Sit nice and low. Fold. Hug into your legs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, chest forward. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. Feet press, reach every fingertip. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow. Moving with your breath. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Press down. Reach up. Chaturanga Dandasana, move together. Up dog, thighs. Lift up off your mat. Down dog, take your hips back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Spread fingers and toes. Press down hands and feet. Open your eyes. Focus your gaze, your attention to one spot. 2 more. Building heat. Lift onto your toes, bend your knees, pause, hug in, nice and tight, muscles to bones. Fly to the top of your mat, flat back. Fold forward. Utkatasana, sink down into your seat. Uttanasana, fold forward. Halfway lift, belly strong. Chaturanga Dandasana, move with your breath. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1, press down. Reach, go up, go back. Chaturanga Dandasana. You can float your right toes. Try that. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Full body, full expression. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Again. Round down. Lift up. Bend your knees. Step forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair. Twist right. So you'll hook the left elbow onto the right knee. Instead of the shoulders rolling down, you want to draw them back. Yeah. Onto your back. Feet press into your mat. Breathe in, twist. Firm up your core. Press down your feet. One more here. Really stay and ring it out. You're gonna lift your left heel off the mat, step back to crescent lunge twist, yeah? Upper body, right leg stays the same. Breathe in. Twist the upper body even deeper if there's space. 2 more. Ring it out. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Warrior 2. Open up. Sink down into your front knee. Really reach out through the fingertips. Descend down into your lunge. Yeah, you might need to take a longer stance. So going deeper in Warrior 2 doesn't just keep meaning the knee goes in front of the ankle, right? If it's there, walk further. Space between your fingers. Space between your ears and your shoulders. Let that melt down. Breathe in. Descend deeper in the lunge. 3 more breaths. Focus your eyes. Firm up your legs, your core. In. Out. Breathe. Go deeper. 1 more. Extended side angle. Reach forward, bring your right elbow to your knee. Left arm up. Option, of course, here for a block. Underneath the fingertips. Option for a half bind, you take the left hand on your low back. Option for a full bind, you reach the right arm under your front thigh. Look for those left fingertips, right? Like if you can get that bind, start to twist open even more. Breathe in, breathe out, fill, and twist. Take 1 more big inhale here. Look to the ground, plant your right hand on the floor. Side plank, you'll step your right foot back, yeah? So option here to step, bring the knee to the ground. Side plank with a modification there, or legs are straight, yeah? And you'll really lift up through the hips. Lift up with your gaze. Lift up with your top leg. Possibility, right? Like wherever you might take this pose, go for it. Express up, express out. Take a big breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Lift onto your toes, bend your knees. Hopper step between your hands. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Chair. Twist to the left. Again, you hook that elbow, but just be aware if it like crunches up your upper body. You want integration of the shoulders. You want to wrap the shoulder blades onto your back. Breathe here and twist. Press both feet down. Find that to begin with here. Like activate the legs, activate the core, lengthen and twist. Lift up your right heel, step your right foot back, crescent lunge twist. Keep that back heel lifted up over your toes. Keep the upper body active, muscles pulling to bone, shoulders pulling to your spine. Breathe in, twist deeper. Again, ring it out. Last one, in. Stand twist. Warrior 2, open up. Set up your stance, right? Like you might be able to have a longer stance than where you first start. Settle in. Steady your gaze. Soften the shoulders. 5 powerful breaths. Just stay. You can. Breathe through it. 3 more. In. Out. Again. Hold. Extended side angle. Elbow to knee. Fingertips up. Option 4. Block. Option 4. Bind. Breathe. And twist. In. Out. Couple more. Full generous breaths. Last big inhale. Stay for your exhale. Plant left hand down. Step left foot back, side plank. You can be on the ground, or you can have your bottom leg straight. Activation, you hug skin to muscle, muscle to bone, and then press into the floor, create lift, create expansion. Maybe create some instability, that's okay. Breathe in, breathe out, lift, squeeze, take one more big breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full inhale, full exhale. Breathe. Empty. Lift onto your toes, bend your knees, step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Fingers to toes. Take your feet hip distance apart. Scoop up with your peace fingers, your big toes, and then the upper body, just let it go, yeah? So make sure you're not holding up the weight of your head, holding up the weight of the upper body. Focus on a release. Let go. Big breath in. Big breath out. Where can you soften your body even more? Where can you create even more of a release physically, mentally? Whatever you can let go of to get more present, more aware of your physical body, more dialed into your yoga practice right here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Palms underneath your feet. Take 5 breaths in gorilla pose. So slide the palms underneath, press the toes down into the wrists. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again. Soften. Last breath in. Last breath out. Release your feet, palms flat on the mat. Move into crow. I did a crow workshop a little while ago, so I'll actually put a card for that if you're watching this after. Check it out after if you haven't. Just getting into some options. You can have feet on a block, knees in the armpits, right? Like set up here. Maybe work on shifting into the backs of the triceps. Toes are still on the block. If that's where you are, they can start to lift up. If that's where you are, right, finding strength, finding your gaze at the top of your mat. Don't look back through your hands. Look forward. Lift the tailbone. Lift the belly button to the spine. Take a full breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Step or shoot back. Little plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Sweep all the way up. Move into eagle pose. So right arm underneath the left, right leg over the left. Sink down into it. Keep that squeeze through the biceps, squeeze through the inner thighs. Inhale. Sink a bit deeper. Again. Hug in. Sweep all the way up. Switch sides. Eagle on your left. Left arm under, left leg over. Pull energy to the center line of your body. Sink down into your pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthen the spine. Deepen your seat. One more breath in. Breath out. Sweep up to the ceiling. Take dancer on the right side. You'll grab the inside of the right foot. Yeah, so on the big toe side of your ankle, and then kick back into your hand. Start to lift up the back heel. Keep your gaze forward. Keep your chest forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, lift. and squeeze. Take your fullest expression here. Big lift up and then release. Dance around the left side. Grab the inner ankle. Scoop in the pit of the belly. Start to lift back. Start to lift up. Breathe in. Breathe out. A few more here. Big breaths. Expand your pose. Take one more lift up and then release. Tree. Yeah. So options for tree, you can have your feet in a kickstand. You can have your foot to the inner calf. You can have your foot to the inner thigh. Please do not push the side of your knee. You really want to support the joint by going above or below the knee. Yeah. Hands at heart center to start. Steady gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Grow your tree, reaching the arms up. Find length. Find expansion. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full inhale. Full exhale. Last one here, your biggest breath in. And release. Switch sides. Tree on the left. You can take your foot again. Maybe one side is different than the other. Yeah. Kickstand, inner calf, inner thigh. Press the straight leg back into that foot, right? Find the connection. And then grow your tree. 5 breaths. Any variation is present to it. Flowing in it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fullest expansion in the pose. And then release. Beautiful. Sweep your arms up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Warrior 1. Open to warrior 2. Trikonasana, so straighten out both legs. Check that you're not locking out the legs. Yeah, you want there to be a tiny micro bend, like some buoyancy, some bounciness. Reach your right fingertips forward. Bring them to the outside of your front foot. It's a great place for your yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, it can be some books. It can be a water bottle, right? You can do this just having the floor a little bit higher up, giving you something to lift out of your waist, yeah? If you're all the way down, you might be dumping into the side body. Find space, find openness, reach up, lean back into your twist. Inhale, exhale, look to your top hand, draw that left shoulder blade back, and you'll pull yourself all the way up to stand, wide leg fold. Turn your toes in so your feet are parallel to the ends of your mat. Hands to the hips, yeah, lift your chest, fold forward, lead with your chest, come down. Wide leg fold here, so you can reach for the ankles, that's an option. Pull yourself down from there. You can just be walking the hands back through the legs. Forearms on the ground, forearms on a block, whatever you need, yeah, just let your upper body go. Really press down into the edges of your feet. Lift the inner thighs like up, yeah? Feel that lift up through the inner thigh muscles. Hug in the leg muscles to the bones. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, a full inhale. A full exhale. Last one here. Press the feet. Lift the tailbone. You'll come all the way back up to stand. Pyramid pose. Front toes face forward, yeah, 12 o'clock. Step the back foot in. Both of your feet are facing the front of the mat now. Your back foot might be turned out a little bit if that feels better in your hips. Yeah, so square the hips. Take your hips facing the front of your mat and then fold over the right leg. This is another nice place for a block. If you need to just bring the floor a bit higher up, do that, yeah, or hands down. Press the feet and check in with the hips. The tendency will be for that right hip to drop forward. Draw the right hip back. Really activate the legs. Legs are straight. They're just not rigid. Your knees are not locked. Soft joints. Shake the head. Yes. Shake the triangle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press down into your feet. Hold a bit deeper. Come up to a flat back. Twisted triangle. Left fingertips to your right foot. Another place you can use a prop here. Grab your bottle, grab your block. Bring your right hand on your low back and start to twist here. Draw the right shoulder blade back. Draw the right hip bone back. If it feels good, right fingertips can reach up to the ceiling. Breathe here and twist. In and out. Lengthen the spine. Deepen the twist. Take a breath in here. Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant your hands. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward. Warrior one. Reach up. Open to warrior two. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Straight legs, not rigid. And then reach forward and down. Come to the outside of the front foot. Right, you find that length. Right fingertips up. Space across the front of your body. Find openness. Find reach. Breathe in. Lean back. Both shoulder blades, draw them onto your back. Take another breath here. Twist even further. Look up. Hold for the exhale. You'll pull yourself all the way up to stance. Feet parallel to the ends of your mat, and then bring your hands to your low back. Interlace your hands. So take a bind here, make a fist, and then you'll fold forward. Lead with the chest. Let your fist come up and over your back. Press down again. Inner thigh muscles lift up. Outer edges of the feet ground down. Breathe. And just let go of the crown of the head. You don't have to hold that up. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in here. Release your hands to the mat. Come all the way back up. Pyramid. Turn your toes to face the front of the mat. Step your back foot in part way. Back foot in enough that the heel's on the ground, not too close. Yeah, you still want work in the legs. Fold over the left leg. Really firmly ground down the four corners of your feet, your big toe mound, your pinky toe mound. Inner ankle back, outer ankle down. Get the feet intentional. Fold deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again. Just let it go. One more breath. Come up to flat back. Twisted triangle. Take your right fingers to your left foot. Again, you can use your block here to find that space. Your water bottle. Your encyclopedia, whatever you need, right? Something to bring the ground higher. To find that space, again, across from your bottom hand, right up to your top fingers. Your top shoulder, draw back. Lengthen and twist. Again, bring out the spine. Take one more big breath. And release. Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant your hands. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Shift forward to high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Nice and slow here. Do it slow with me. So like a count of 5, 4, 3, 2. Belly Shavasana. Drop down. Take one cheek to your mat. Just do that. Rest for a moment. Yeah, let your heartbeat slow down. Lengthen out your breath. Just check back in right here. How's your body feeling? What do you need to do more of? What do you need to do less of in your practice? Breathe in. Breathe out. More breathing, yeah, Phil? Empty. One more, your biggest inhale. Open your mouth and let it go. And bring your chin to the center of your mat. Reach your arms back beside your body. We'll move into Locust Pose. Lift up chest, arms, legs. Lift off your mat. Shoulders roll down the back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Lift higher. Squeeze in and then release all the way down. Sway your hips. Interlace the hands at your low back, chin to center, and then lift up. Bound locust. So you're gonna press that fist to the back of your mat. Shoulders draw down, like integrate them onto your back. 3 breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Hug and lift. Hold here, your belly so strong. Breathe and release down. Bend your knees, windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Floor bowl. Grab the outsides of the ankles, so the pinky toe side this time, yeah? Hug your knees so that you want to splay open the legs, right? You want them to draw in, so keeping that engagement, keeping that draw to center. You kick back, you lift up. Feel core strong, chest lifting. Take 3 breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Kick back. Lift up. 1 more breath. And release all the way down. Windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Let me do that 1 more time. Floor bowl. Grab your ankles. Pull your knees in. Flex your feet and lift. Keep that lift up by kicking the shin bones back. Drawing the knees towards each other. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Lift. Squeeze. And release all the way down. Hands by the low ribs. Right away, we flow upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Come down onto your knees. And we'll move into camel pose. So camel can be really nice with a block between the thighs. Yeah, if you have the prop, hug that, keep some stability through your midsection, right? I did a block class last week if you want to check that out, how to use the block throughout the practice. Sometimes bringing more fire, sometimes just bringing more stability, more awareness, yeah? So hands in the back pockets, like where your back pockets would be, you lift up through the chest. Whatever variation, it's chest lifting, and then integration of the shoulders, right? Elbows back, shoulders back. Gently press the hips forward, lift up. 5 more breaths. Any variation, if you can reach for your heels, you can go there. If the block is between your thighs, squeeze it. If it's not, activate those muscles like it is. Yeah, take a couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your chest. Squeeze your core. Take 1 more breath in. And release. Gently come up. We'll come down onto our backs. Set up for bridge pose. So your bridge, it can have a block if you want supported bridge. Like that might feel nice this morning, right? Just setting on the medium height. The block underneath the low back. It can be regular bridge, right? If you want. If you're doing this, go for it. It's a nice release. Maybe more work. You lift up the hips, let go of the block. Ground your triceps wherever you are, right? Like in the bridge pose, press the triceps down, get your shoulders connected under your back. If you want to interlace your hands under your back, that's an option too. Just keep grounded. Lift the chest, lift the hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Full breaths. Really activate. Pressing down to lift yourself up. Take 1 more breath in, hold, and release down. Knees from side to side. Just a little release in the low back. It's working for you right here. You'll set up for bridge or wheel. So wheel pose, the hands come beside the ears. You press half wheel, you're just trying to get to the crown of your head. This is like a place. Wheel pose, press your calf muscles back towards your shoulders. Really get the hips high. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take one more full breath and release down. Come all the way to your mat. Knees from side to side. Building up the peak of your practice here, right? Wheel, bridge, wherever you are in the back bends, this is the peak. All out work for this moment, so work it, right? Like get into your fullest experience. Come up, bridge or wheel. Feet press down. Lift up through your hips. Inhale. Exhale. Find your fullest expression, your biggest lift, the most engagement of your muscles. One more breath here. Come all the way down, tuck your chin. Knees from side to side. We will do one more wheel, yeah? Make it a juicy one. Make it like the reason you hit your yoga mat this morning, to bring this vitality to your body, yeah? Together. On your next inhale, lift yourself up. Breathe in and breathe out. 5 breaths. Any variation, any tricks you've got in your back bend practice, take them on. Peak your practice right here. 2 more. In and out. Big full breath in and release. Gently come down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet press into each other. Let the knees open wide. Right hand onto your belly. Left hand onto your heart. Close your eyes. Just feel your heartbeat. Feel the vitality that you just created. Feel that in your body, your breath. Slow down. It's a moment to recharge, to reset. What do you need to do to make that happen? Dialing up the mental practice now, getting present to your thoughts. Choosing to keep them here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Press both heels up to the ceiling. Hands come underneath your low back to support the tailbone. And then take a big breath in. Lower your feet down 1/3 of the way. Keep the feet active, yeah? So it's not just kind of like hanging out, loose feet. Flex the feet. Lower down 1/3. Really press out through your heels. Legs are zippered up. 1 inch off the mat. Look at your toes. Bounce your feet up and down here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lift back up. Take a breath in. Lower down 1/3. Strong legs, strong feet. Down 1/3. Core, Uddiyana Bandha, those muscles, pull them in. Lower down 1 inch off the mat. Look at the toes. Point the toes forward and then flutter kick like you're swimming for 10, 9, 8. Belly button down to your spine, into your ribs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex the feet back. Lift your toes up. Lower down 1/3. Head and shoulders on the ground. Breathe in. Down 1/3. Strong. Pull in. Breathe in. 1 inch off the mat. Look at your toes. Flex the feet. Little circles here. Clockwise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction. Circles. Counterclockwise for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Press your feet back up to the ceiling. Hands behind your head. Elbows nice and wide. Yeah, and find the fire here. Like find that drive to work your core. Breathe in. Lift your shoulders up off the mat, like ribs to hips. Lower your right foot down 1 inch off the floor. And then we'll alternate here. Scissor legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep your shoulders lifted. 4, 3, 2, 1. A little Faster. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug both knees into your chest. Take a breath in. Open your mouth. Let it go. It's good work, yogis. Keep up the good work. Grab the backs of your knees. Start to rock front to back. Bring yourself up to Navasana, boat pose. Yeah, so bouncing on the tailbone. You can have heels down. It can even be this, right? Still working. Chest, lift, shoulders back, wherever you are. Yeah. Supported boat is grabbing the knees. Extend legs and arms. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Strong core. Strong shoulders. Inhale here. Low boat. Come down. Hands at heart center. High boat. Lift up. Low boat. High boat. Again. Low boat. Last one. High. Hands to your heart center. Paddle your boat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rock and roll. You'll make your way through to downward facing dog. Yeah, step back, flow there, however you land. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Half pigeon on the right side. Yeah, so you'll take your right knee to your right wrist. Land that right shin as parallel to the top of your mat as you can get. You might have to put your foot where you want it to go, right, if you don't have that mobility. And just land here. Some work through the hip muscles, like the hip flexor, coming through both sides. Settle into it. The back toes curled under. For most people will feel better if you need to point them. Just whatever fits in your body, yeah. Be on your forearms. Come down to your forehead. If you need support, you can put a block or rolled up towel underneath your right hip, just keeping that stable. Breathe. Your mind might wander. You just bring it back. Simple, clean energy, just here. Breathing. Reset that as often as you need to. Each breath has potential to land you back on your mat. Full breath in. Full breath out. Roll onto your right sit bone, sweep the left leg around in front of you. Seated single leg extension. So your right foot is at your inner left thigh. Left leg extends long. Fold over the left leg. Yeah, keep your chest squared over that left leg. Space between your shoulders and your earlobes, and then find that length in the spine, length in the neck. Breathe in. Out. You'll come up. Switch sides, yeah. Half pigeon on the left side. Bend your left knee. You can flow through high plank, low plank, or just sweep the legs around. Yeah, it can be left leg forward, right leg back, and land. One side might be different than the other. You might need a block here. Yeah, it can be block or something to prop up underneath your hip. Water bottle does the trick if that's what you need. And then land. Settle in. Generous breaths, taking you deeper into the experience of the pose. Stretch. The release that's possible. You're present to it. Just waiting for the next pose. Making the most of the pose that you're in. Breathe. Settle in a bit deeper. A little more in. And out. Last one here. Roll onto the left sit bone. Bring your right foot around. Seated single leg extension. Right foot just off from center. Take your left foot to your inner thigh and then fold over the right leg. Tuck your chin. Draw the crown of the head towards the toes. Breathe. Pull yourself deeper. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Sit down. Come up to sit. Seated forward fold, both legs out in front of you. So feet forward, pull back the flesh of your sit bones, your bum cheeks, make some space there, yeah, get that out of the way. And then pull in your belly as you fold chest to thighs. Feet still active, press the heels forward. You might be with a tall, straight spine up here somewhere, right? It might be like up here somewhere, that's perfect, just go as deep as you can. If it feels nice, you can round the back. You can pull on your feet, just keep that space, never crunching shoulders up to your ears to get into a variation, right? You want to always have length in the neck, space, in the shoulders. Breathe in, a bit deeper. Two more. Deepest fold. In and out. Up to set. Plant your hands just behind your hips. We'll move into reverse tabletop. So this can be reverse plank or reverse tabletop. Reverse plank, the legs are straight, right? So you lift up through the hips, press down through the mounds of the toes, even if they're not on the floor. Or reverse tabletop, you bend the knees and you lift the hips up from here, yeah? So squeeze the glutes wherever you are. Your leg muscles, pull the bones, breathe in. Breathe out. Couple more, squeeze, lift. Take a last breath here. And then gently bring yourself down to sit. Extend your arms out in front of you. Let's lower down here using a bit of core work. Yeah, last little bit of core. So squeeze, rolling down like one vertebrae at a time, coming down to the floor, nice and slow. Really good. Move into an inversion here. So this can be waterfall, right, with your hips resting on a block, resting on a rolled up towel, something just to give some stability to the tailbone. So this is waterfall. Just resting here. Shoulder stand is an option. Of course, you can bring the hips up over the shoulders and support the low back. Really press the back of the skull. Keep the neck stable. Still breathing intentionally. Breathe in. Breathe out. Plow pose. You can take the feet behind you onto the floor behind your head. In plow, you can interlace your hands, press your knuckles to the front of your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Option for Deaf Man's Pose. You take the knees beside the ears. You can reach back for your feet in this pose. Really press the back of the skull into the floor here. Stretch the neck. Support it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly roll back onto your mat. Extend your left leg long. Draw your right knee into your chest. Yeah, pull it in. Wiggle out the toes, the ankle, and then take a supine twist. You draw the right knee across the body with your left hand. Keep grounded through both shoulders. Keep stable through your core. It's engaged. Breathe. Twist. Come back through center. Straighten out the right leg. Get your hips centered. They probably shifted to one side just a little bit. So back at center, then draw the left knee in. Wiggle the toes, the ankle, get any cracks out of the joints, and then cross the left knee over the body to the right side of your mat. Just looking for that stretch, finding space in the body, the low back, side body long. Breathe in. Twist. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Twist it out. Come back to center. Bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself one last squeeze here. Shoulders lift. Forehead to knees. Take a big squeeze in. And release. Final Shavasana. Close your eyes. Set yourself up comfortably. Like find a comfortable position. Still intentional in building the foundation of this pose. Like you want to feel centered. You want your body to feel level. And you close your eyes and you just land here. The work in this pose is all mental, right? Once your body's there, in alignment, it's just about keeping your breath and your mind right here. Again and again, every single breath opportunity to land back on your mat, back in your Shavasana. If your mind is taking you somewhere else. Thoughts are relentless. If your mind really keeps trying to tell you something, just be even more relentless with your presence, with your breath. Give yourself these last few moments to really recharge, experience deep rest in your body and your mind. Take a full breath in. Get the lungs expanded. Open your mouth, let it out. Your next inhale, full body stretch. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Lengthen your whole body. And then roll onto one side, take fetal position. Rest here. With your eyes still closed, come up to this tall seated position. Bring your hands to the center of your chest. Your shoulders melt down your back. We'll finish our practice as we began with one Om together. Take a big, full breath in. Thumbs to the center of your forehead. The light in me acknowledges the light in each and every one of you out there. Thank you for practicing with me. Together we bow and we say, Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Have an awesome rest of your day. If it's Sunday, have an awesome rest of your Sunday. If you're watching this on another day of the week, thank you for flowing with me. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like the video. Please share this with anybody that you think might enjoy the practice. And there's lots more to come. I will see you guys on your mat really soon. Yeah, I'm gonna come and check out this chatting over there. Good boy, buddy. This dog, you never know what to expect from him. Sometimes he just passes right out. Jeanette, yes, amazing. So good. Thank you for joining me, ladies. It seems like it was an all ladies practice over again. Happy to have you. And yeah, I'm here every Sunday morning. So good. Yes, Lolita did a wheel this morning. Thank you, Shamil, there, even though it might not be the same as we knew it a couple months ago, right? So yeah, have an awesome rest of your Sunday, ladies that are with me right now. If you're watching this later, have an awesome day, and I will see you soon. Stay connected to your yoga mat, stay connected to your yoga practice, and really keep nourishing your body and your mind. Jeanette, so good. So good to see you guys. Yeah, and I'm tomorrow morning, Zoom, 8:30 with Power Yoga Canada. If you want to check that out, message me. Yeah, take care. Have a good one.